Okay, I was going to go to bed. I was going to not say anything. I was going to go on with my studies because I have a organizational behavior assignment I have to get to, as well as a management class I have to get to. But I just heard something on the news here in Philadelphia, and it blew my freaking mind. I'm trying not to curse. That's a not a New Year's resolution, but a solution that I'm trying to do with my life. I'm trying not to, trying to express myself more articulately, as and I'm making practices. Well, doing YouTube, using YouTube, I guess, and without having to curse and to be barbaric in my speech. And so I'm going to say this. I heard something so archaic and so horrible that I had to speak on this. There's a man here in West Philadelphia who just got arrested for killing babies. Yes, I said killing babies and one woman. I don't usually talk about abortion, but when I see on the news the refrigerator, the freezer full of dead babies, and this nut had jars of baby feet in the back office, and the workers who were there were putting their lunch in the refrigerator part, putting their food, their lunch, while their babies, dead babies was up in the freezer, by the same refrigerator. Had it in our mouth. I don't know. I know God, what God thinks about killing his children. Reading the Bible. I know how pro-life, pro-choice. I personally choose not to kill any. I only had one child, and that was my contribution to the world. And I made sure, and God helped me to make sure that I didn't have any more children out of wedlock or without a man around. And I'm appreciative to that, because you do need fathers around. All your women that think y'all doing fine without the dads, y'all fooling yourselves. But to hear this man make much money over 20 some odd years, and his PA license was suspended. No one came after him. He charging women $1,600 for abortions. But it's not that he was doing abortions. He was doing them after the quote-unquote guideline time. He was killing babies that could have survived. He was giving women abortions up to 8 months, and was killing the babies before they had a chance to breathe by snapping their spinal cord. I don't, even if you supported abortion, I know there's not a person out here who could support that, whether they supported abortion or not. And for this man to have had a practice over 20 years after the fact, it's big news here in Philadelphia. It just came out today. I'm trying not to get emotional because I'm a mom. I love my kid. She's my life. Even though I've had my ups and downs because she's autistic, she's given me much joy in my life. And I just can't imagine, how could you pay for an abortion of a child 6, 7, 8 and allow the man to kill them like they were a neutered dog? Even if you didn't support the church and how the church feels, you got to be a cold person to go along with what that dude was doing. And he had no remorse. And when they caught him and when they took him out, his face was stone. Stone. Do you hear me? I know there's a God. I know there's a place of judgment.
That was Republican Speaker of the House John Boehner. Today, the House voted to repeal President Obama's health
I don't
care
see how people could even support him.
Further than that, even amendments would need approval from both
I'm
the
hurting
House,
because
Senate,
I
and the
can't
president.
express. And then the man killed a woman. She come to this country. She's an immigrant. Over medicates her. And he didn't even have certified nurses. He had a high school student administer anesthesia, which killed the woman. He prescribed it. But the kid gave him too much because he didn't know the proper measurements that you do and how you do units, how you measure medicine, and how you put in the IV because he was a baby helping to kill a baby. We are in a world that is just screwed up, and it has nothing to do with the recession. Before the recession came, there were still issues that we dealt with that were just barbaric. And money is just on tip top of it. But we got people dying, wanting some health care because it's easier. You make more money killing folk than saving. There's a lot of premature deaths here due to the insurance scam and the scam. Or for $1, we talk about blood for oil. What about blood for pills and health care? Sacrifices that fatten their pockets and make people rich. This obsessive greed is killing people. Anytime you have a man who killed innocent babies, and he was charged with 7 murders because he had evidence in his refrigerator. We ain't heard nothing like that here in Philadelphia since a lady named Etta Mumford. I don't know how many people remember Etta Mumford. Etta Mumford killed her adopted son, chopped him up. He was 3'4". It's in the 90s. She chopped him up and put him in the freezer. And the social worker had just visited and said she saw no signs of abuse, but that baby's body was so broken up, there was bones and old fractures on his body. Because the social workers are underpaid and overworked, because the system is scamming and skimping and pulling, you got people putting babies in the freezer for their own personal gain and money. I would never talk about stuff like this, but it's fine. Where we going, y'all? Where we going when stuff like that happens? And it's just the nucleus and it's political. Where's the family going when stuff like this is okay? Men, you gotta stand up for your families. And sisters, you gotta stop falling for everything that comes with penis. Those poor 7 little children that's put in the freezer, but then they have a shot at living. All because just because. Y'all, we need to heal. We need to pray. We need to get it together before it's far too late. Where we going and where we headed? And furthermore, what we gonna do about it, y'all?